that mall looks like.
Where's that
Dude,
KFC
that's
at?
crazy. How can they do that?
Damn!
Whoa, look at that Baskin Robbins.
It's much nicer than every Baskin Robbins in my neighborhood. Dude. We are in the mall
I love how
today.
like all the food spots are like kebab and more kebab.
I know. We put Baskin ice cream on kebab.
We have shawarma and kebab.
Oh, there it is.
What would you like on
KFC.
your KFC? Kebab or shawarma? Which?
Which?
With
I
the
can't go
sandwich
any
shop.
further.
We have kebab sandwich and shawarma sandwich.
Damn. I like how
This place is
nobody is
dope.
in
There's
here.
not a single human being
Oh,
in there.
Burger King.
Oh, I know, right? What the
Can we
fuck?
go to Burger King?
It's crazy.
That's probably a 7-story mall too. That's the best part. Try to go down the stairs.
Virgin
I
Mega.
wonder if
Hold on.
try. Oh yeah, go down the escalator.
China. We need independence.
Yeah. And what's your message to? Have you seen Donald Trump? Do you think he should step in?
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.
Run.
So we didn't cover this yesterday, but one of the mandates that Sir McBiden did was that we need to wear masks on federal property.
Federal mandate.
Federal mandate.
Masked in federal locations. And 15 minutes later,
We got Kimmel.
For thee, not for me.
the teleprompter hasn't gone up yet.
Dang.
Yeah. So you know what makes me feel gaslit, John?
Is he in Lincoln Memorial?
He is inside the Lincoln Memorial.
Is that considered federal property?
Last time I checked. Yeah.
Federal property.
Is he wearing a mask?
I don't. Does that look like? Unless he has an invisible mask.
Hello.
Hello. I just love this. This is pretty funny. You know what this reminds me of? Like, let's just do this.
Hello.
Everybody do this.
Oh, 4 more years of this?
Like a clown,
I
yeah.
don't think so.
Everybody do this.
And I can't swim.
You guys ever see this?
Happy birthday, Raymond! I can't see.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Oh, God.
Gosh. But yeah, we're in for a fun.
God
day.
help us.
Anything else?
Speaking of which, we're going to have a call with my friend from Canada, which we should probably start looking at for properties at.
Yeah, well,
Except, well,
no.
we're gonna talk about what the current situation is in Canada, since in Canada's always a precursor for what's going to happen in the United States, right? So Canada is so far gone already, where they're giving tickets to people leaving their houses, leaving their house, tickets, fining people.
Oh yeah, we actually have
for
that,
leaving.
Here, really quick. I think
They're
I can find it.
finding
Go ahead
people
and
for
continue.
leaving their
For
homes.
leaving their houses. Yeah.
Canadian
Jesus.
barbecue arrested.
That happens in the
No.
U.S. That happens.
Here it is. Here it is.
Play it.
Canada is a country. Pipeline protesters shut down rail traffic for weeks. No cops. BLM protesters marched the streets destroying property with no mass distancing. No cops. But sell barbecue in Toronto and you're hauled away and arrested.
Gotta have your barbecue.
Nope, you can't.
Oh.
Can't do it.
Did
Play
they have
it.
the video? Did they have the video? They gotta have the video somewhere. Oh yeah, here it is.
Play it.
Damn, look at their sirens. They're open? Is that what he said?
So if you guys need context for this. So the context for this is that there was a Canadian barbecue joint that opened because he couldn't do it. He said he couldn't do it. He needs to stay open. So there's people visiting and buying, and the cops got wind of it, and this was the.
They
these people were at the barbecue.
and
They
were at the
arrested the people.
Yeah, you know, Kristen Pitts.
Yeah.
Undisclosed location, or Dickies, or quick Johnny Rebs. God, those are all like.
Lucille's.
There you go, national chain. There we go. We have a whole bunch of Lucille's in our state. Are they national?
Yeah.
They're national. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think
Just
they're
imagine a whole
national.
bunch of people going to Lucille's, and then the owner of Lucille's gets arrested. They have BB King out in handcuffs.
I love how this dude. Do you see how that dude just slapped him in the head?
Yeah.
Go back right there. Play that part again. I love that move. No, a little bit more. Like 5 more seconds. Boom. he just gave him like a bitch slap, like, you little bitch. Play it again. I love it. I'm not condoning this. I'm not saying hit police officers, and I think that officer handled it well. Good for you for not doing anything stupid. I know people have been shot for less, so.
Yeah, so this was back in November.
Way to not do anything harsh, but he did kind of deserve getting slapped in the face. I mean, if you're arresting people because they're trying to sell barbecue, there's like levels of effed.
Wow, this is
Yes,
solely back in
Canadians.
November. Yeah, this is November. You can
Remember
get arrested
this
within
crazy
2
police
months.
state law adopted by the Liberal government. Oh my God. Get ready for this, America. This is coming to our country. Remember, they legalized weed first. And then what happened? It came to California.
Nice.
So arresting people for selling barbecue. Check, Canada. Guess who's next, Jimmy? California,
Yes,
baby.
here we come.
And then once it
Right
hits
back where
California.
we started from California. You guys remember that song?
No.
Yeah, I remember it.
So as soon as it hits California is always it's the test lab for the rest of the United States.
Yeah. But John, how do you know all this stuff about Canada?
Because I know people who live in Canada.
Oh. Is
And
there any way we can talk to them?
yes, we will call them right now.
Oh, perfect. This is awesome. All right, guys.
But maybe I think
Where is he?
He might be on mute.
Unmute him.
Is there any way? How do you?
L, can you hear us?
Yo, I can hear you.
Hey! How are you, my brother?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Good. Welcome to the GasLit podcast.
Respect. I heard, I was just listening to you talking about somebody getting slapped. Was it like the Canadian stuff, like the barbecue or whatever?
Yeah. So that just recently happened, huh? Over in Canada.
Yeah.
So what the
That
hell
guy just didn't give an F, you know? He just, do you swear on this podcast or what?
Yeah, you can swear, bro. This is
Okay, yeah, that guy didn't give a fuck, you know?
Look at this. Can you see? I don't know if you can see our video, but
I
like,
can't see you guys. I thought I was going to be able to see you guys.
yeah, we're still working out.
Yeah.
Jim's gonna get fired,
That's fine.
so don't worry. Next week I'll have somebody
next
that can
time,
actually
next
do this
time.
job correctly.
But I know that guy started a GoFundMe and like over 100K or something in a matter of like a week.
God
like
bless
his
him.
Damn.
his like lawyer bills, legal bills, whatever the hell he needs to deal with, like he's covered. You know?
God bless him, dude. What the fuck is going
Straight
on
up,
in
right?
Canada, my brother?
Wait, so did they
Yeah,
arrest
man,
him?
it's a little crazy. Every day it's getting a little bit weirder. Like, you know, I told you yesterday, grade 1 to 3, they're saying start kind of passing on the message to the parents or guardians that grade 1 to 3 will be mandatory to wear masks. So we're not allowed to even go back yet. And it's like, okay, guys, we're going back to school, and like tell the parents that their kids are going to be wearing masks even in grade 1 to 3, because now it's from grade 4 and up. Okay.
Wow.
But if there's like a, you know, medical condition or whatever, then they can be excused. So you can imagine how many medical conditions are there now, right? And
I can
people
imagine.
just are like,
Look, I'm not
I don't
sending
understand.
my kids to school with a freaking mask on their face,
That's
so they're
crazy.
breathing their own carbon dioxide all
worse
day
than
long.
that, bro. Worse than that, these experts that are making all these statements on why we should do certain things. Sometimes I feel like, who are these experts? Because are you taking into account the long-term effects that it's going to have on these kids? I don't know. First and foremost, Fauci, the legend himself. By the way, Pfizer was created in his institute, and he boldly stated that when he was bringing up the fact that a black woman created this vaccine when really she was just part of like one of many on the team, right? But then he flipped in the fact that it was made in my institute, used those exact words. I recorded it on my phone.
Correct. Fact check that.
And he was saying back like last year in March or whenever in February, people should not be wearing masks. And he's like, you put your hands on your face and this and that. Like, what's the point, right? So now we're talking about kids. Okay,
that's
6, 7, 8-year-olds, and they think they're not going to be touching their face
all day long. That's all they do, bro. All I did was pick my boogers when I was 8 years old.
Hey,
jeez, man.
I have a question.
And then, have you seen that commercial? It was like it was like a kid, basically a mom is going out from the building with her kid, and he's wearing a mask. By the way, like people riding a bike on a mask, that shit just fucking wants me back. Like I can't slap him. Like, bro, like what are you doing?
Why do people act like this? Why?
Walking around with masks, and they're showing it in commercials. Like it's okay.
It's unbelievable.
They're showing it in commercials, bro. That's why people are doing it, because commercials is what people do.
So when you go out for a nice light jog, you actually gotta make sure you're protecting yourself from yourself,
bro. So in this commercial, the mom is coming out with the kid, and the wind blows. Okay, and the wind blows so hard that his mask flies off his face. And the kid has a panic attack.
Like, oh my God.
They're showing this on television?
The plague will get me.
This is a commercial. It's a commercial. But this was a commercial like Dane's masks. Kind of like saying, guys, are you considering what's going to happen in 5 to 10 years to these kids? Like what kind of mental state they're going to be in?
Yeah, they're going to be in sheer like panic and paranoia.
Pure. And Sick Kids Hospital here, they're saying that there's highly increased cases of obesity, of bad diets for kids. I mean, I get it. It's on the parents. I mean, I get it, but it's happening. Anxiety, like these kind of things that should not be happening to little kids, on top of the social media world that they already have to deal with.
That's my biggest concern is I think because the left's got such a hold of the media right now and the psycho 5% radicals that are controlling it, that even if our generation, we can uphold our virtue, we can uphold our values and our morals and what we hold dear to us, I don't think our kids have a chance. I think like this next generation coming up, they are just gonna Chinese water torture the shit out of our kids to think that this is the right way. Okay? Transgender, what is it? Racial, non-binary, fearing your neighbors, thinking everyone is your enemy, dividing people up by groups, race
and groups,
into groups, creating teams so people could root against each other, so people can fight each other. Like, what the hell is going on with society?
I mean, step one was to separate everybody, right? To disconnect everybody from one another. I mean, you can go to the airport, grab your mom on the way to the airport and go to a freaking vacation somewhere around the world. They'll let people come in from South Africa, from Brazil, where new variants are coming in from. But I can't go see my mom right now to have a fucking tea.
Exactly. So that's that double standard that it makes absolutely no sense. If you're going to lock it down, lock everything down. And if you're not going to lock it down like that, then let people go and function. Let small businesses function. Let the people that are going and trying to support their families and take care of their families. This bullshit stimulus check is not taking care of people.
That's a joke.
We don't even need to talk about it. That's a joke. If anybody... Thank you. I'm trying to explain that these types of even these stimulus things that they're giving for the small businesses, What are those going to do for you? What is that going to do for you? Absolutely
it's a
nothing.
Band-Aid
L-
over a rotting wound.
Yes.
Bro, there's a 2.8% chance of kids of an outbreak happening in an elementary school. 2.8% chance, bro. If you have a 2.8% chance to lose a poker hand, do you fold?
Exactly. And that's what they want. They want you to throw it in. After you're fully vested, after you put all your money in the pot and you got your last chip sitting on the table, they want you to fold when you have a 2.8 chance.
After they made you put even more.
Yes.
After they made you double down.
Exactly. They sucked you into the pot. Now they want you to fold your hand when you're holding the winning cards.
John, you know what I'm thinking?
Tell me,
You
brother.
know what I'm thinking?
Tell me.
I'm wondering. I like what you're saying. It's crazy to think. Like our kids and like call it like 30 years from now or whatever, right? I just want to somehow believe that even though all this craziness is happening, it's happening by our own hands. It's like these families or these whoever is running politics, whoever is running behind the scenes.
It's these radicals. They're radicals that are.
Isn't new. This isn't something new. It's like we've seen all this happen throughout the call it decades of history that we're able to witness even.
Yeah. It's true.
So who knows? I mean, it could be that it's like this like foreign power coming in, or it could be just a delusion. And it could be our own people doing this as they have been for, call it, over 100 years, hundreds of years,
It's always been, I believe, a select few who understand how to use radicals to push their agenda, to create division, to create sectors in society that people need to either become part of or dissent from. So you're either a good guy or a bad guy, and there can't ever be
unity.
one clear unifying message. They're saying unity and they're driving division.
100%.
That's why we're being gaslit.
100%.
Have you seen this, by the way?
No. Can you please play
I'm
that?
gonna play a quick clip.
Jim's gonna play a clip for us, bro. It's Justin Trudeau, your guy's favorite person in Canada.
Good.
Building back better means getting support to the most vulnerable while maintaining our momentum on reaching the 2030 agenda
Pause
for
that.
sustainable development and
Pause
the
that.
SDG.
Build back better. Where have we heard that before? Elle, have you heard that before? Build back better?
Build back better.
Build back better. Have you heard that before? Look up the World Economic Forum.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Go look
That's
up.
where it's from.
Go, just type in, just on another tab. Build back better. World Economic. Yep, there you go. It already auto-populated. Hold on. Go down. Yeah, build back better. We'll have to reinvent capitalism.
Wow, that's Joe Biden's also thing, eh?
Yep.
When you
Yes. When you go to Joe Biden, go to Germany.
The Vatican also came out.
Go Germany. Go to the Vatican.
Yeah.
So
You think there's a global message being pushed, an agenda? Yeah. Go finish the clip. Clint, finish the clip.
Canada is here to listen and to help. This pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset. This is our chance to accelerate our pre-pandemic efforts to reimagine economic systems that actually address global challenges like extreme poverty, inequality, and climate change.
Did he say the R word?
Hold on. Did he just mention climate change again? What did Biden? What did Biden just talk about yesterday? He was talking about how we need to combat the climate. Yeah. So COVID, the climate. So how are we going to control everybody? We're going to say we need more regulation. Why? Because you stupid bastards who run your own businesses don't understand that you're destroying our climate. So we need to add more regulation to you. Well, what if we can't afford these regulations? Then you need to go out of business. And let companies that run more efficiently, like Amazon, like Google, like Twitter, like Apple, let them do the job the right way. And then we can have this great reset, right?
Forget about antitrust, right? I heard you talking about that.
Yeah. Forget about antitrust. What antitrust?
Yeah.
That's the only people we can trust. Only people we could trust is big tech. Only people we could trust is big pharma. Why?
Brother.
Big brother.
Big brother. in the
Somebody's
house.
always watching.
Somebody's gonna be always watching.
You know what? When they, as soon as they give us our Federal Reserve bank accounts and start depositing our universal basic income, and you sign up, and believe me, people will go sign up. When you put money in an account for people, you're gonna have that site crash real quick.
Hey,
because there's gonna be people bending over backwards trying to get that money, right? And that little $600 or that $1,200 or whatever bullshit amount that they're gonna throw at us, right, to get us to indoctrinate us into their system so that they can control every cent, every iota of our economic organization, every economic infrastructure that we have, and make it globally ubiquitous. We're done. It's over.
Yeah. Hey, and they'll get rid of cash. So
absolutely, of course, fiat currency is going away. Why would you need fiat currency? You have all your account money. You have all your money sitting in one location. You don't even need exchange anymore. Now you have this global currency that everybody can use.
Hey, Al.
I didn't know if I should have mentioned the Federal Reserve, but it's fine that you mentioned it. I don't know, like, if more Americans today know that it's privately owned, but, like, I don't know, because, like, a lot of people...
You mean that the Federal Reserve is not owned by the U.S. government? It's actually a private bank? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Yes, I don't think a lot of people know that. They think because it's called
the Federal. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday, where you said because its name is the whole trick around. It gives the authority in the name.
Exactly. We talked about how just calling something, we can call ourselves.
You know what the first original name of the Federal Reserve is?
What is the first original name of the Federal Reserve, Al?
It's the First Bank of America.
How do you like that?
Go research that, bro. It's
How do you
1791 or 17 somewhere there. Right, 20 years later, you had the war.
1891.
There it is. War of 1812, when the 20-year term.
Federal Reserve history, the first bank of the United States.
Shout out to the War of 1812.
Yeah. So, history goes back centuries, but people are looking back at decades.
Yep.
That's when we finally... Oh, no, it was the United Kingdom. Hey, Al, I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm friends with a lot of socialists and a lot of leftists online. I've been led to believe that in Canada, everybody who doesn't have work has been getting $2,000 checks a month.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh.
And now even more if you're a business and you have revenue drop, and you, let's say your employees' salary is cut in half or more. So if you're paying them $4K and now it's $2K or $5 and $2.5, they'll give another $2 on top.
So they're subsidizing their payments? I mean, what their paycheck is?
Yeah, Canadian Relief Benefit or something.
How are they affording that?
Well, they're basically creating inflation, right?
They're inflating your currency.
Yeah, and
wow.
You know what they did to Zimbabwe, right?
Yes.
Zimbabwe. It's a great song.
Zimbabwe's got $100 trillion bills.
What?
Yeah, they have $100 trillion bills. Zimbabwe. Yes. No joke.
Wait, so has the cost of living gone up?
Actually, speaking of that, like my mom specifically, she noticed how basically things in like regular superstores are going up like crazy, like regular products that you typically buy, groceries. You know what I mean?
It has to happen. It has to.
Yeah.
Because with everyone's getting the same money, and this money's just coming out of thin air.
But now the question comes down to property, right, and land and things like that. Like, are they planning to slash prices in half? Like, what does it mean, the Great Reset? Like, I don't get it.
I think I get it. You want me to tell you? You want me to tell you my take on this?
Let's go. Let's hear what you got.
I hate foreshadowing because I'm right most of the time.
Whoa! You're gonna go on start like that?
Did I call what they were gonna do with warehouses?
Yeah, you did.
I called that a month ago, right? Before Biden took. Which I said this EPA
What happened
push,
with warehouses?
Okay, so this EPA push, this like protecting the environment and stuff, right? All the global warming or climate change or whatever the hell they want to call it this month. This agenda is just so they could push more regulation on small business. Okay, so let's say we operate a warehouse, right? Let's just say, for argument's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I'm just operating a warehouse and we move boxes, for example, they can come and say, well, where's your carbon filter in your warehouse?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do I need a carbon filter for? We just move boxes. Well, don't you guys know the dust that you're creating with moving these boxes is toxic, and so you're going to have to install a carbon filter. What are you talking about? Well, yeah, if you don't install a carbon filter, then we can't renew your business license. It's going to be a requirement. Okay, well, how am I going to install a $60,000 carbon filter in my business? That can bankrupt a lot of businesses, right? Well, then you're going to have to fold up and move that box moving over to Amazon, right? Or a larger logistics company. So that's yesterday. Jimmy sends me a link
from the.
You want to? Okay, so watch this. Watch this. Can you read that article?
So, quote, it says, the industry is the main contributor to poor air quality in our communities. So, they're planning on...
So, watch out. Read the first part of that.
As part of the effort recently created by the ArcGIS story map they're going to be tracking new construction and distribution centers. But they're going to be regulating warehouses to encourage the use of green technology and hopefully reduce pollution.
Okay, so watch.
California's road to reducing truck emissions runs through warehouses.
How do you like that? So now, if I have trucks coming to my warehouse to pick up packages, I'm going to get charged for that because they're running emissions at my warehouse.
Yeah.
How many companies do you think would survive something like that, Al?
Yeah.
And so they're just basically strong-arming us to go away or to have to pay the piper, right? And yeah, so okay, that's one part. So now you regulated all of small business. So it's like, you want to play ball, you're going to have to pay us to play ball.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Pretty
much like China.
Pretty much China. It's China. It's exactly what it is.
And you know what I think? I think that they're like, okay, look how China has it.
Uh-huh.
Like, why are we not doing that? Literally.
Exactly. Exactly. It works for them.
You're right. You're right.
It does.
Yeah. Because, it got me kind of curious. It's like, well, if Canada's doing it, why can't we do it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, but they need to justify it, right? They can't just come out and say, "Oh, well, you know what? Send us an extra $5,000 a month." You'll say, "What? What are you talking about?"
You need at least half of the population to be dumb enough to believe you and follow you.
That's enough, and I think we're there. If more than half of the population, half the population voted for Joe Biden,
we're there.
We're there.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I keep thinking, I'm like, hey, like, since when is 50% a passing grade? It's like half the people don't agree. Like, why are you accepting like this method or that method or this doctor who's like the head of our like decision making, like some Chinese, I forget the names, whatever. I don't care about the names, But like, who is she to make those decisions?
Let me do you one better. In Canada, what did Trudeau win with? Like 30-something% of the vote?
Oh yeah, that's crazy, right?
That's even better. Imagine if 60+% of the people dissent with your choice for the prime minister, and they're like, "Yeah, we're picking this guy."
Yeah.
Just because he was a little less shittier than everybody else.
That just shows you the true side of democracy. I mean, like, does it really exist?
Absolutely not.
Now that we're speaking of that,
but see, the thing with our country in the United States, El, is we're not a democracy. We're a republic. Okay. We are we are a republic of states, okay? So we're not supposed to. That's why we have an electoral college. We're not supposed to go by whatever is the most popular. Okay, this isn't a popularity contest here.
It's a balance.
It's a balance, right?
Yeah.
We're a group of states that have decided to unite together for a common good. So they have to take that into consideration. If you broke up like the states into red and blue, and just by territory wise, most of the country would look red. And you would think like, how the hell,
I've seen that.
Yeah, and so you would think, how the hell did the Democrats win when like 90% of the country looks like it's red? It's because those sectors, the smaller blue sections are so densely populated with radicals that push the agenda and make the noise for the other 95%. They're the ones that you hear. They're the ones that have media. They're the ones that have education. They're the ones that have everything that pushes what the American value system should look like.
Look, we're talking about fascistic.
Their control, yeah.
Fascistic.
Yeah, we're talking about like fascism. We're talking about like complete control. There's one party that has that here in the United States.
Yes.
And it's not the Republican.
It's not the Republican Party. 100%.
Or the Green Party.
It's not the Green Party. It's not the Libertarian Party.
Shout out to Jill Stein.
Shut up! You didn't vote for Jill Stein.
You know the famous quote, "I care not who the president is, as long as he takes my money." It wasn't in those exact words, but something along those lines.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it's families from hundreds of years ago, who are probably also responsible for the Federal Reserve, and they're pouring out all the money into the country, and they don't care who the president is. They don't care. If you look at the history of the presidents in the United States, it goes from Democratic to Republican like a lot.
It's like a ping pong ball. It gets from one. It's like we go hard
pendulum.
right, then hard left. It's a pendulum
swings.
It's a huge
and
pendulum.
these families, like you can see the Rockefellers, for example. I mean, this is all public information. It's not like a secret. You can see that they put money into both parties.
100%. Except Soros. Soros hardcore goes.
True.
Supports the left,
That's true.
Whereas, I don't know. I don't even know if we should talk about this. We're probably besides being kicked off of YouTube, we're probably gonna get gassed.
Yeah, these families are too much.
Then lit right after.
It's like, Elle's like, hold on, there's a knock on the front door.
Elle is also calling. Did we say Canada? Elle actually lives in Barbados.
That's actually our destination, bro. That's where we're heading.
I know. I hope.
Let these families do what they do. I have no problem with it, to be honest, because somebody has to control it. But like, it's just what they're doing is so weird and like.
You know what I have a problem with? It's what they're doing to our kids.
That's the main thing.
It's
I
what
was just thinking, like,
all they're doing is they're driving a big wedge between our kids. They're telling our kids that they need to feel a certain way if they're a certain color. They're telling it's absolutely sickening. Our generation had already killed all of that. I think mostly for the most part.
I think we were in the right direction already.
We were definitely way past like the segregation days. Okay. Right. I think that was already well established. I don't think anybody was. I mean, I don't know about you, but I didn't grow up like judging people based on their color. I judge people by their character. I don't give a shit if you're Indian, Chinese, Black, Hispanic, whatever. I judge you by who you are. If you're a good person, then you got a place at the table with me. If you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. I don't care if you're white, black, Mexican, whatever. Like, it has nothing to do with your color.
But you know how it starts. It starts within the family. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, it does start in the family. But I think our generation. I guess what am I still millennial? I'm at the beginning end of the millennials and at the end of like the older generation. Mm-hmm. So I think our generation already saw that. Look, the message that like Martin Luther King was pushing was judge people by their character. Period. That's it. it should never be a black issue. It should never be a white issue. It should be a character issue. And I think they're taking the soul of the U.S. citizen's character now. They're like literally we can't even you can't even talk about that anymore. It just has to be based on race. It has to be based on injustice. It has to be based on inequity. Why? Why do we have to have that? Why are these like the talking points? Why can't people just be judged on what they bring to the table?
That's the narrative, bro. That's today's narrative.
It's just sickening. And it's gonna get pushed harder and harder in that direction. And like it's not healthy. It's not healthy for our future generations. That's what I'm worried about. Yeah,
they teach kids to generalize.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to kind of undo it, but it's been done. But now I think the main thing now is like whatever your parents are telling you. Let's say like a kid like grows up in a family whose like brother was killed by a white man. And it's a black family, you know.
Yep.
And like his whole life he's growing up hating white men because of that.
Yep. Yep.
You know, but now with kind of media around us and like this kid is watching like NBA and he sees like Larry Bird or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, okay, that's like back in the day, but call it like in today's day, you see like there's enough white players today. Gordon Hayward, you know?
Hey,
Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero, he's the young.
Tyler Hero.
When was the last time you watched a basketball game?
Luka Doncic.
Yeah, but Tyler Hero, he has hood tendencies. So he's like, okay, you know, Tyler Hero doesn't look like that bad of a guy. Maybe like not all white men are that bad, you know what I mean? But back in the day, you don't have media, you don't have TV like that, you don't have like a message being sent across that hey, maybe they're not that bad, you know?
Yeah. You know, it's sad. It's sad that like our society has come to this, you know. That it's been
worse, bro. Don't you think it's been worse?
Yeah.
We've had it worse, absolutely. But I think when we start regressing, that's the problem. I think when we make progress and then there's this huge regression to put us back into that state, that's where we have an issue.
Well, my concern is that like the integration of technological advancement with corporate interests and the government. That's what's new about all of this. Like we've had wars, we've had racism, we've never had technology and the public square be online where you basically can be erased while still being alive. That's what's crazy to me.
Crazy. Just wait until AI comes out to its full potential.
Oh boy.
That's when
we'll have you on next time for that.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic.
Yeah.
That's a whole other level.
L, I love you, my brother.
Guys.
I love you. I appreciate you being on the show. Thank you
for I hope we didn't touch too many sensitive topics. That
I hope no one's knocking on your door in 10 minutes. No.
Let them, bro. Let them.
Blink twice.
Let them try.
If you need help.
All right, brother.
All right, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks for being on, my brother. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care, guys.
Take care, bye. Bye.
Wow.
Yeah,
we did it.
That's my very good friend from Canada. He's a brother, and I think he really hit a lot of really important points of what's wrong with like this hard left, and we're looking at him right now too. When this hard left agenda is getting shoved down people's throats, we're like literally selling our soul to the devil right now, because no one is pushing back. Nobody's talking about, hey, this doesn't make any sense. You know, why are we doing things this way? Why are you arresting people for leaving there? Why are you arresting people trying to make a living? You know, at what point is it like too much already? When are we going to start waking up and pushing back?
Without being too offensive and getting too into it. I mean, there are people fighting back. There's an entire movement, right? We've got conservatives, you've got classical liberals.
Where are they?
This podcast.
Where are they?
They're there.
Where are they, Jim?
That's why I would recommend that you get yourself outside the mainstream media and find yourself a local podcast who likes to look up information, who likes to talk about things that they don't like to talk about, who likes to, because that's all they need. The problem right now is that not only are they lying to you,
they're hiding information.
Absolutely. That's the biggest thing.
That's the biggest
The biggest lie is hiding facts.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Of what's happening.
Everything's being hidden. Like that's the best way to do it because they're not lying to your face.
Exactly.
We're in the information age, but they're restricting you from gaining that information, and they're hiding that information from you on the big national media sphere.
Yeah, and it's not your fault. It's not our citizens' fault. It's just they don't have access to the information, or they're just not looking it up, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what you know. In North Korea, they tell them they're people that they won 200 gold medals at the Olympics, and that's the information they get. So that's what they think, you know.
Yeah.
But we can't. We just can't do it.
Yeah, we had a fun ride today.
Yeah, it was good.
It
was a good.
Thanks to
good
L,
fun.
B. Next time we'll have C and K.
Good casual MMA talk today,
Right.
B.
So today for our daily recall, Ford is going to be spending $160 million to recall
610 million.
What did I say?
160 million. It's okay. Jim's dyslexic and fired.
$610 million to recall 3 million vehicles. So if you guys if you're listening to this and you're driving
610 million to what? Recall which vehicles?
That's what I'm trying to find out. What does it say?
If you bought a Ford in the last...
All right. If you bought a Ford in the last
from 2006 through 2012, first of all, I'm sorry for you. Secondly, they include a Ford Ranger 07 to 11, the Fusion 06 to 12,
Yo,
the
that
Edge
Lincoln, though.
07 to 10,
That Lincoln, though.
the Lincoln MKZ or Zephyr
I didn't even know they made those.
06 to 12.
Oh, my boy. Oh, this is a 2020. Then 2020
Yeah.
looks good.
The only Lincoln that's worth a lick is the town car.
Oh, my boy. You're not trying to get caught in that? You're not trying to be found in that? Oof. That's actually okay.
Oof.
Gotta hit up my used car dealer. And
Anyways,
the Mercury Milan.
The moral of the story is, kids, don't buy a Ford. Sorry, I mean, I do want to support my American companies, but Ford trucks are okay. Buy a Ford truck. Don't buy Ford
Don't
sedans.
buy these Fords if you're buying them at least.
Don't buy Ford
used car
unless
dealer.
you're buying a Ford pickup, okay?
2000
Do yourself a favor. They make good pickups, okay? But don't buy any of their sedans.
Any parting words of wisdom?
Look up information on your own. Do some research. Don't be lazy. Don't just let the media feed bullshit to you. Okay? All right, we love you.
Deuces.
B, that's your cue, bud.
There it is, Bernard.
Good show.
That was a
Good
show
show today.
There it is.
That was fun. Let's see. We went in. Oh shit! This is. Oh shit! This is. Oh shit! This is. Oh shit!